Okay, so please send me your suggestions for our guided meditation in the chat. Hey, good to see you, Steffi. How are you? Okay, yeah, we go with Olivia's suggestion because we never had this before up to this point, even in almost 2 years now. Okay, guys, so let's close your eyes. Make yourself comfortable. And center yourself in your heart chakra. With the help of your breath. And today's topic for the guided meditation is, how can I become aware of codependency and, of course, overcome it? In general, we can say that the root for codependency is some form of lack, some form of fundamental scarcity, usually in our early childhood, or maybe even in the womb. So because of that, we look for help, or even to be, das heißt gerettet, Rettung?
Saved.
To be saved. Yeah, we looked to be saved on the outside. So we left our hearts. And because of that being neglected, or let's say not being breastfed, and so on, not getting any attention, or not enough comfort, and so on. So we got very, very afraid and tried to find something to hold on to. So this is the root. That feeling of, I need something to hold on to. So where does codependency come into play? Usually we try to save other people from the pain we haven't been able to deal with. So let's say we have been left alone. Our parents had to work, or they were so busy in their minds, or they had empty hearts. So let's say we've been left alone in our childhood. We will project onto others that it's unbearable, this pain, for them too. So this is how codependency arises. It's your projection. You think, I'm not able to come to terms with these things, so clearly it must be impossible for my partner, for my child, for my clients as well. So I must save them. Imagine you've once been an alcoholic, but you were able to overcome it. So if you see someone who's an alcoholic, you know, yeah, it's possible. It might be difficult, might be really hard and tough, but you can do it. I know it for myself. So this way you are immune. And codependency always means you try to save someone else before you have even learned to save yourself. I have been in this situation. I was not even aware of my own depression, not in the slightest. And my wife, she had heavy depressions. And so it felt like when I leave her, when I get the divorce, it's like I'm going to kill her. Leaving her was really, really horrible. But my intuition told me to do so. So if you ask me, how can I overcome my codependency? Your intuition will tell you to do so. And for me, it was like this, like for years, I heard this voice. It kept telling me the same, giving me the same message all the time. And I was waiting to get another message. Can't you tell me something else? But no, So finally I got the divorce. And like I expected, my former wife really broke down. I knew it. But still, I had to let it happen. I had the same thing with my mother. My mother was suicidal. And an alcoholic at some point, for some years. Not all the time, but in her later years, that's what she developed. And then I found out on my spiritual path that the reason why I even studied psychology was deep down to save her. So I tell you all of this because I want to show you the roots can go really, really deep. You're not even aware of it. I wasn't aware of that at all. On the surface, I thought, oh, I'd love to be a psychologist. I had no clue. I had to learn to tell my mother, okay, if you want to kill yourself, do so. It's your choice. I'm not responsible. You are the mother, I'm the child, not vice versa. If you want to ruin your life with this alcohol, it's your choice. I'm not responsible. Can you imagine how hard that was for me? Still, I had to do it. Because the other person, be it my wife, my ex-wife, be it my mother, it's like they sucked my energy, like my life force out of me. This is what happens in codependency. It's like a parasite. Someone feeds on your energy. You know, and it's not that it's bad and immoral and so on. We're not talking about that. But unless I become aware of my codependency and stop it, actually, I don't save the other person. I keep them in dependency. So it's like a deal that I don't have to look at my problems, because the problems of my mother or my ex-wife or whoever, they are so much bigger than mine. So I don't have to look at my problems, right? And this is the deal. I had the feeling I'm saving other people. At the same time, I was running away from myself. So let's go back to the beginning where we started. I was so afraid to become aware of all this lack inside myself that I felt, from early childhood, I felt so empty. I felt desperate. It was more convenient to be in a relationships of different kinds, with people who depend on me. So what I'm telling you, you cannot solve this problem superficially. You have to really look at yourself. It's like you have to get sober to help the other person to also to get sober. I had to get sober first.